guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be our monthly food shop from Aldi. I do these once a month and you guys seem to really enjoy them, especially my cousin Scott. So as I said to you on Sunday, Scott, I do these videos especially for you. But I thought I would just show you what we got and also some meal ideas that we've got for the month. Now I have explained this before, but we tend to do a food shop every 4 weeks or so. Obviously we do pop out and get any other essentials that we may need throughout the month, but we tend to do a food shop that will last us about 3 weeks to a month. So it seems a lot because it's only for 2 people. Apologies about the lighting. It's only for 2 people, but it does last us quite a long time. If you are new here, then please do subscribe. My name's Katie. I make 2 videos a week, one on a Wednesday and one on a Sunday, and I'd love for you to stick around. Another little disclaimer before I start is that we are meat eaters, so if this is something that offends you, then please do not watch this video and come back for my next one. So let's get started. As always, anybody that has watched these videos before will know that I am an organised queen, I'll say, and I like to set it into sections, so I will run you through what we've got. I'll do a little pan of what we've got. Also, just before we start, I thought I would just let you know how much all of this came to. So altogether, like I said, we shop in Aldi, but we do pop to Morrison's just for some little bits that we haven't been able to get in Aldi, which this time wasn't actually that much that we needed, but it came to £113 altogether. So I'll run you through what we've got. So if we start over here, this is the cupboard section. So I just do a little mini overview of everything. Obviously you can see things here that we wouldn't normally get if you've watched my videos previously. Here's the cupboard section, so let me talk you through. So we've got crisps. As you may know or may not know if you are new to my channel, then we are massive crisp lovers in this house, and so we always buy lots of crisps. Jason eats a lot. I picked up some spicy tomato snaps, and then Jason picked up 2 packs each of the salt and vinegar, just the snack right, which is the Aldi own crisp, and 2 lots of the cheese and onion Ringos. They had them in Aldi. We usually pick those up in Morrison's. Moving on down, so I picked up some plain flour. I've actually ran out, and I always make Yorkshire puddings, etc., so I needed some more of that. Moving on to some new bits that I haven't bought before. So I picked up in Aldi, they had their Christmas food section out, and I am going to be doing a Christmas food shop, as in, like, you know, all the bits and bobs that you like at Christmas. So I'm going to be doing that, but obviously nearer to the time. But they have got their Christmas food out, so we picked up a few little goodies. I try to sneak in as many as I can, but obviously it is still only October, and so yeah, I picked up a few bits but not too much, so I thought I'd just show you. So part of the Christmas bit in Aldi, they had these chocolates which are strawberry creams. I love a strawberry dream in Quality Street, Roses, whatever, so I thought I'd pick these up and try those out. I then picked up the other thing Christmas related is this, which is the McVitie's Family Circle. Jason actually said to me when I picked this up that I'm actually my nan. I don't know if anybody else's nan does this, but every time we go over she always offers us a biscuit. She'll come out with a tray of biscuits, a little plate of biscuits, and so he said I'm turning into my nan, which I would take as a compliment, as she's quite a spectacular woman. But yes, I'm definitely turning into my nan by picking up this massive box of biscuits, but I'm sure he won't complain and he will eat the majority of them. Moving on, they were the only 2 Christmas bits really that we picked up. So I picked up some Fibre Now bars, which are like the Fibre One bars. I've mentioned these before. I then picked up these soft bakes. These are the chocolate hazelnut flavour. I think I've tried the strawberry ones of these before, but thought I'd go for the chocolate ones this time. I then picked up these chocolate chip cake bars. Some breakfast biscuits. I love to have these. I don't really eat breakfast. I have mentioned this before. However, at about 10:30 I will eat something, so I like to pick those up. Jason then picked up some Kinder chocolate bars. I picked up some rice cake bars. Again, don't really eat breakfast, but these are more of like a snacky thing. These are chocolate ones. As you can tell, I do love a good bit of chocolate. I then picked up some dark chocolate digestives. I don't know why I picked up dark, I just kind of fancied it rather than milk. Jason then picked up 3 packs of the chocolate chip cookies, and it actually stresses me out quite a lot that he only picked up 3 packs, not 4 or 2. I like things done in even numbers. People laugh at me, but if I'm going to get married one day, I would like to get married in an even number year, not an odd number year. Just something to do with my OCD, I suppose. But yeah, he only picked up 3 of those, and that stresses me out quite a lot. I then picked up 2 packets of these. So I picked up 1 of the strawberry sweets and 1 of the watermelon sweets. I've mentioned them before, but they're like candy kitten sweets. So if you like them, I definitely recommend them. I then picked up for the both of us some chocolate filled crepes. My mum always used to buy these when I was younger, and I just love them, and Jason likes them as well. I then picked up some bananas. I picked up some bacon potatoes because we quite like a jacket potato for lunches, and obviously at the moment me and Jason are both still working from home full time, so it's always good that some of these things are also in mind for lunches. I then picked up some eggs. We go through like quite a lot of eggs in this house, and these will be shared with Matt and Chloe, who we live with as well. I then picked up a sage and onion stuffing mix. Always keep one of those in the cupboard, and I normally just use half a packet of these when I make a roast for us, or even less than that, so I always like to have one of those in the cupboard. I then picked up just some both in one bread, and then I also picked up some normal potatoes. I'd normally go for Maris Piper potatoes, but they didn't actually have any, so I went for these. My mum really likes these, so I picked them up. I then got these in Morrison's. I'm a sucker for the reduced aisle, and they were 5p for 5 donuts. So that'll be our dessert this evening. I also picked up a baguette, which I can't really lift. There you go. Which was 8p. I love a fresh baguette. I'm going to eat that at some point this evening. I'm sure it'll still be okay by tomorrow. Moving on over. So I picked up a peppercorn sauce, which you'll see what I'm using that for later, although it's probably quite obvious. I picked up a pasta bake. I always pick up one of these. I like to have one in the cupboard because it's such an easy dinner. I picked up 2 chopped tomatoes. I picked up, we'll start with that seems it's moved, a normal beef gravy granules and also chicken gravy granules. We only get the Bisto ones because we've decided that we don't like the Aldi ones. I then picked up tomato and also the white sauce for lasagna. I picked up an onion and garlic tomato pasta sauce, and also just a smooth tomato pasta sauce. 2 creamy cheese mug shots. I like them for lunches. A mayo, because again we go through mayo like it's going out of fashion in this house, so always pick up one of those every time we go shopping. Picked up a sunflower oil just because I don't think we've actually got any. I normally use Fry Light, but for potatoes, like roast potatoes, it's much better with oil. And then 2 golden vegetable rice. So that is cupboard bits. Moving on to fridge, just an overview here. Like I said, we are meat eaters, so a lot of this is meat. So the first thing is these Smoky barbecue ribs. I've mentioned this before, but we tend to pick these up every time we go because they have quite a long date on them, so they're a good thing to keep in the fridge just to have right before we need to go shopping again. Same with the gammon joint, I always pick up one of those. This time I picked up 2 steaks. We went for fillet steak, mainly because they had good dates on them. So I'm going to attempt to do steak, although every time I've cooked steak previously at home it hasn't gone too well. I then picked up this extra large pack of chicken. I've mentioned this before, but I always find this is a good deal to buy this from Aldi because this is obviously quite a lot of portions, so I've picked that up. Jason then picked up some smoky crispy bacon. He just likes that as a snack, I think. Then picked up this, which we've never tried before, but it sounded quite nice, and I think we might have this for tea. So this is the beef en croûte with pork, chorizo and mozzarella. So like I said, never tried this before, but thought it looked quite nice and thought we'd give that a go. Then picked up some diced beef because I'm going to do a slow cooker recipe with that. 2 big packs of the 1 kilogram of the 5% beef mince. Again, another good way to save money by buying those because you can just freeze it like I do with the chicken. I didn't mention that, but I bag that up into portions and then freeze the rest of it. Then picked up some chicken chipolatas. Not tried these ones, but I like the hex sausages, so thought they would be similar to that, and they are good in a pasta bake. We then picked up some minted lamb kebabs. These remind me of Matt and Chloe because they eat these quite a lot, so we picked those up and thought we'd give them a go. I picked up some ham just to have with a chocolate potato. I like to have cheese, ham and coleslaw with my jacket, so thought I'd pick some of that up, and also good in sandwiches. I picked up some I don't know how you say this, prosciutto? Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but that is for a recipe that you'll see shortly. I also then picked up some cod, some pork loin steaks. I was going to get a pork shoulder joint and do my barbecue pork baguettes, but I thought I'd pick up these. These are barbecue pork loin steaks, and I thought that we'd just have them with chips or something. I then picked up some snack sausage rolls because I thought these would be good just to grab while we're working from home for lunch. I then picked up this, which is the pork, sage and pork, sage and onion stuffed chicken, and this is the roast in the bag, so you literally don't have to do anything with it. It's all seasoned, all ready to go. You don't have to cut the bag open, you just put it in the oven for the designated time, and it's really nice. And because it's obviously a whole chicken, we actually get quite a lot of excess chicken off of it, and I tend to make that into, I might put it with like pesto pasta or something the next day. So this does us a couple of dinners with this chicken. So we'll be having that as a roast on Sunday. Moving on to non-meat. I picked up some extra mature cheddar. That is our favourite cheddar. I picked up some leeks, some garlic bread, 2 lots of those, some soft cheese, some mozzarella, some mascarpone, some cheese coleslaw. I normally buy the other coleslaw, which I raved to you guys about, but I thought I would go for cheese coleslaw this time and see what that one's like. Jason then picked up 2 quarter-pounder of cheeseburgers. He quite likes these. They're like the Rustlers ones, and they're good for lunches for him. I then picked up some herby baby potatoes, some peppers. So I will, along with the leeks, I cut these up and then I freeze them, and they're really handy to just grab out the freezer as and when. We then picked up a pizza each. So Jason picked up pepperoni and I picked up the spicy meat feast pizza, but we're probably just gonna mix between the 2 of them together. We then picked up 2 lots of milk. There are 4 of us in this house, so we tend to pick up 2 lots of milk every time we go shopping that we all use. I then picked up these cheese and ham chicken Kievs. These are actually the only frozen item that we bought this week because our freezer is still quite full, but when we bought the Kievs before, the fresh ones, we found that the frozen ones were a lot nicer, so picked up those again. Moving on to just random bits, so I picked up a box of paracetamol, a box of ibuprofen. I tend to pick up one of those most times that we go just to make sure that we've got enough stock in the house. I then picked up 2 lots of Sure. If any other ladies or men that use this deodorant, I'd recommend getting it in Aldi because it's about £1, I think it's £1.49, and that's obviously a lot cheaper than it is in other places. And then finally, I just picked up 2 lots of bubble bath, and as I've mentioned before, I always pick up bubble bath when we go because we go through it quite quickly. So I'll just do you another overview, although I have dismantled most things from where it was before, and then I will talk you through a few of the meal ideas that we have got for this month. Okay, so you're leaning on the pizza box, so please ignore that, but I just thought I'd run you through some of the ideas that we have got this month, just so you can see what kind of things that I'm going to be making out of the food we bought. So I've got lasagna, I've got gammon, egg and chips. I'm going to be doing the fajita chicken pasta. This is a pinch of nom recipe. I have used and done this recipe quite a few times over the years. I used to do it quite a bit when I was on Slimming World, so definitely recommend that. I've then got the chicken stuffed with mascarpone, and I'm going to do that with wedges. So this is what is wrapped, the prosciutto, or however you say it, that is wrapped around the chicken stuffed with mascarpone, and then I'll make my own wedges, and that is a BBC recipe. I've mentioned this before, but if I'm using recipes that I've not done before, I will put where I get them from. So I've got BBC, pinch of nom, and then Slimming World, so that I know where to go and get the recipe when I go to make it. Then got a roast dinner. I've then got sausages, mash and veg, or toad in the hole. We do have some frozen sausages, so I will do toad in the hole with that, or I could do them with the chicken chipolatas as well. I've then got chicken and chorizo paella. We've still got some chorizo in the fridge, so I will just mix that with some of the chicken and make a paella with that. I've then got a new recipe that I haven't tried, which is the herb crusted cod with potatoes. That is what I'm going to use these potatoes for, the baby potatoes. I thought they would go quite nice with the cod. And yeah, that is a pinch of nom recipe, but like I say, I've never tried it before, so I'm looking forward to trying that. I've never actually prepared anything with cod before. I normally just buy cod in a fish cake or something. Then got pizza, obviously, chicken Kievs, and then steak with wedges and peppercorn sauce again. Jason loves it when I make my homemade wedges, so that's why you'll see that they're mentioned quite a few times. And I didn't want to risk trying to make my own peppercorn sauce, so that's why I bought that sachet, because they're quite handy. Then got lamb kebabs, cheese stuffed meatballs with spaghetti, cheesy potato and ham bake, that's a Slimming World recipe, beef casserole with mash, that's also a Slimming World recipe, the barbecue pulled pork, which I said to you that I was going to make, but I've got the steaks instead, and then spaghetti bolognese. And then we've obviously got a few extra bits like the beef en croûte, and we'll probably have a few frozen teas or a few takeaways as well. That's going to go ahead and conclude this video. If you did enjoy this, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and also follow me on Instagram. My handle is in the description, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!